Well, we've made it into the month of September, so for today's Climate Close-Up, we're going to look back at the month of August to see how things stacked up compared to where we typically are in terms of your climatological averages. So let's start with our high temperatures. Across the board for the month of August, it was a cooler than average month for your high temperatures. Everywhere from Waterloo to Dubuque to Iowa City to Cedar Rapids came in anywhere from a half a degree to about 2 degrees cooler than normal for those high temperatures. In terms of your low temperatures, a little bit closer to average, at least in terms of Waterloo and Dubuque. They were within a half a degree of their average, a little bit warmer. Cedar Rapids came in about a degree cooler than average, but then Iowa City coming in 3 degrees cooler than their average low. Their average low for the month of August, 59.4 degrees. Now you take those average high and average low temperature, combine them together to get your overall average temperature, and we do see across all of eastern Iowa, August was a little bit of a cooler month than normal as we have a look again at those temperatures. So now that we've seen how August was in terms of temperatures, let's look at where we're going as we go through the month of September. We're going to see that those temperatures are dropping fairly consistently all the way through the month, and that of course starts our steady slide of falling temperatures as we approach our cold season and as winter approaches. Now let's have a look at rainfall. In terms of precipitation, the Cedar Rapids and Dubuque areas both saw rainfall totals that were an inch and a half or even more than that higher than normal, whereas Iowa City and Waterloo both saw below normal precipitation totals for the month of August. And again, keep in mind that rain can sometimes fall in a scattered fashion, so these numbers here might not necessarily reflect what happened in your specific backyard or your neighbor's backyard for that matter. Now, in terms of monthly rainfall, we've made it into the month of September, which means we're going to continue our drying trend. Less and less rainfall will be projected from a climatological standpoint each month as we are headed into our dry season. Finally, having a look at those winds across the board for August, a fairly calm month, average wind speed less than 7 miles an hour. Most of our winds coming from the east and southeast with a few northwesterly pushes of wind as well. As we go into September, we're still going to see plenty of our winds from the south as we are still in a warmer part of the year, but we're going to start to see a few pushes of wind coming in from the northwest as we are starting to get to that time of year where cold fronts are working their way in, leading to those cooler temperatures as we head further into the fall. So it's always fun to take an opportunity and look back at where we were for the month of August as we head into September for this week's Climate Close-Up.